afternoon, everybody. It's been about I don't know, 5-6 days since we last rode. Getting out, ready to go for a relatively short ride, an hour or two this morning. Back to a place we rode about 2 weeks ago here in Lake County, Montana, Jetty Mountain. It is a place, if anybody's wanting to go ride there, that you do require a joint conservation permit because it is on Flathead Reservation land, tribal land. So if you are caught riding there without a permit, it's a pretty hefty fine. And that's in addition to the off-highway registration required for Montana licensing purposes. So hopefully nothing too challenging. We had a little bit of trauma there a couple weeks ago. Becky had her first off-the-bike incident.
Well, my first ride, too.
Was it the first ride? Are you sure? Yeah, it might have been first or second. I think it was second. In either case, yeah, we're going with a little trepidation, but I'm sure we're going to be good. Conquer some fears, see some, maybe some new stuff, and also maybe some wildlife. A few weeks ago when we were out in this area, saw a pretty big black bear. Not necessarily hoping to see them again, but you never know. We're pretty loud. That time was on bicycles. This time on motos. I don't think they'll stick around for us. But anyway, hope you enjoy it, and we'll take you along for the ride. Made it to the trailhead after a quick run back to the house to grab the missing phone and permit. Because as we mentioned at the beginning, you get caught without that permit, it's not cheap. So anyway, we'll be heading along here shortly and just enjoying some pretty scenery, maybe some wildlife, hopefully not too much. On the trail and having some fun. So far so good. What you think, Becky? She says not too bad. Awesome. So had to turn around. There was a fork at the beginning, but unfortunately the map did not display it. So we'll go through this little puddle again, maybe film Becky going through it, and start on the planned trail. Nice job. Man, it is so pretty back here with the shade and potential of a bear encounter. Not pretty, but it does keep you aware of the bear. Alright, I'll quit talking about the bear because, like, there's no way we're gonna run into one with all the noise we're making. But this is pretty fun, even to take it a little bit of a slow pace because it's just pretty and the woods are so tight and yeah, you're just keeping on your toes, not knowing what's around the next corner, but going a pace that a surprise won't matter. Doing great. Only thing I'm dodging is sometimes the occasional branch or leaned over tree, but pretty easy riding, pretty chill. Telling Becky when I planned the route, I just look for the big lines on the map. So that usually the big lines mean it's well-established roads, not tiny little single track or something like that. So, and then the nice thing on this trail so far is the center of the double track is not raised up too high. So when you want to cross back and forth, you're not going to be stuck in a rut or anything if you need to jump into the other side to miss a branch like I would right here. Probably So accidentally came the direction Becky fell last time. It was right up here on these like loose rocks. So I just rode her bike down for her. She's walking down to grab it, going back up to grab my bike, and we'll show you the stuff. Here we go down that section using a combination of front and rear brake. Trying not to brake on the loose rocks. Let them roll, let it roll, and we're through. Not too bad. There's Becky. She's taken off a layer. We'll get past her before you see stuff you're not supposed to. Oh, she did it already. Nice. And then just go around the corner here. Nothing too crazy, if I recall. Yeah. And we'll take a pause here for Becky to get with us. Another hiking section, unfortunately. So just getting back up after grabbing Becky's bike, bring mine down, and we get going again. Pardon the heavy breathing, but coming back up to my bike, we'll mount up and go down and meet with Becky. Go. Say second time's a charm, but I made it on the first, so hopefully I don't mess it up on the second. But while it is steep, these bikes are pretty smooth handling. Because it's so loose, I'm using a little more back brake than front brake, but yeah, the bike's doing good, not really slipping, so pretty pleased with how that went. There's Becky. Alrighty, come to a stop here and regroup. See a little mud puddle. I think it's too bad. I think I'm gonna go through the right side here. Oh yeah, that's not bad. It didn't slip or anything though. Here, which I feel bad for Becky because she is not having a good time, like even remotely. Says like I feel really bad for her, but oh, there she is. But we'll get through it. We'll plan an adventure that is a little less adventurous next time and build the skills. Here we go again, second time, just like the first. Stealth mode, past Becky, this last little descent down to, knock on wood, a road, which, yep, she would not have enjoyed this part very much. So, take care of this. And now it's just a nice little gravel road that I believe we rode on our Bromptons last year. Believe it or not. All right, we made it down, and now we're almost out of the woods, literally. that was an interesting ride. We Jetty Mountain is great trails, but probably not for brand new riders, as you saw. So it'll be a while before we go back there until we know for sure which trails are beginner friendly. And that'll probably take a little more research. Maybe like Onyx Off-Road might be a good resource to use. So we'll see. I've been on the fence about a subscription to them, but there is a July 4th sale right now for 50% off, so maybe I'll go for that. Not sponsored by them, have no affiliation. But I know a lot of people use them, so that probably could have made for a better ride for us today. We'll see. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it more than we did. And you can see the dirt bikes remain undercover. We have not ridden since that last ride. And this morning we found something out.
So we went to the doctor's, and my thumb had been swollen for about a week, and I had talked to my brother, who is a physician's assistant, and my brother-in-law, and they both said that if it still hurt after a week, I should go get an x-ray. So we went and got an x-ray, and I have successfully broken my thumb. So they said no dirt biking, no anything that could make me fall for at least 6 weeks, so that I don't have to have surgery if I do bump it out of place. Which is probably good, because the last ride was pretty traumatic for me, and probably need some mental recovery. So I have to admit I might be a little excited. I'd still want to learn to dirt bike and be good at it, but I'm kind of happy to.
So, solo adventures for the next month and a half. But Becky is not going to be with me.